Before A New Hope emerges, in a galaxy far, far away. Before the creation of a devastating weapon known as the Death Star. And before a team of rebels known as Rogue One unite for the first time. An unsuspecting thief named Cassian Andor will be thrust onto a journey that sparks the birth of a rebellion and sets in motion everything you've come to know.
Hello there.
This is where the fun begins.
Hey there guys, Unofficial Star Wars here, hope you're all doing well, and you just watched the brand new official clip here for the Cassian Andor Disney Plus show coming out September 21st with a 3-episode premiere. And so, of course, in that clip you guys saw, it is Cassian Andor actor Diego Luna telling us a little bit about the timeline of when and where and why this overall show is taking place. So let's talk about it. That's what we're going to be doing in this video here. I'm going to have the direct article linked down in the description down below. That's what we're going to be taking a read here for today's video. As it reads, Disney Plus showcases a Star Wars timeline order and a new Andor trailer clip. Anticipation for Andor and the overall marketing and advertising is starting to heavily pick up here, as we are now in the month of when the actual show is going to be coming out, which is very exciting, honestly. Lucasfilm's third live-action Disney Plus series of 2022 is continuing to build ahead of its September release, starring Diego Luna, who's reprising his Rogue One role as Cassian Andor. This particular series just may be Lucasfilm's most unique and ambitious show to date, in addition to having been filmed on location and without the volume technology such as of what The Mandalorian uses, The Book of Boba Fett, and the Obi-Wan Kenobi show. This show goes back to those classical kind of roots of where it's shooting the actual, I guess, show itself on actual locations here, which is pretty neat, honestly. Of course, no disrespect to the volume technology or stagecraft. I think that those are honestly phenomenal, and they're very stunning and visually pleasing there at the same time as well. However, it's very cool to get something a little bit different. I think with the Andor show using on-set locations is that it's going to really help draw you back into the Star Wars universe just a little bit more. Andor exists as both a spin-off and a prequel to 2016's Rogue One, a spin-off of a spin-off essentially, which is a little bit weird. While limited to a certain point in time of the Star Wars timeline, Andor has been a creative in that, and its 12-episode season 1 is set 5 years before the events of the Rogue One movie and will span over a year of Cassian's life leading up to those events. And for as of what season 2 will be doing is that it's going to have another 12 episodes, but it's going to cover up to 4 years using different time jumps. To help audiences understand just when, where, and why Andor belongs within the history of a galaxy far, far away, Lucasfilm has released a new promo explaining that and what viewers need to know here for the overall Andor show here. Now, one thing that has been said recently by Tony Gilroy, and we just recently covered it in a video here on the channel, is that he actually revealed that you don't really need anything to know or anything to watch rather in preparation of the Andor show. However, of course, I would still recommend you take a good watch of Rogue One or A New Hope, and maybe even Star Wars Rebels a little bit. Tony Gilroy also kind of explained about how this show is about trying to bring in new Star Wars audience and viewers at the same time, so they don't really need to have that prior knowledge of what actually is going on in other Star Wars movies or shows at that as well. Now, from there, the article continues to talk about how Andor's place on the Star Wars timeline is explained. A new trailer for Andor on Disney Plus has highlighted the Star Wars timeline order that you guys just watched at the beginning of this video and explained when the events of the new show is taking place and its overall influence. In the promo, which is narrated by Cassian Andor's Diego Luna, Star Wars shows a snippet of the Star Wars timeline centered on the events leading up to 1977's A New Hope. It really does put stuff into perspective, and it might even make you feel old, but Star Wars has been around for a pretty dang long time at this point. Diego Luna also explained that Andor occurs before A New Hope, with something that we all kind of know here, before the creation of the Death Star as well, and before a team of rebels known as Rogue One unite for the first time in the Rogue One movie. And at that, the last time, as I should mention. As footage from the upcoming series plays, Luna goes on to say that a thief named Cassian Andor will be thrust into a journey that sparks the birth of the rebellion and sets emotion in everything you've come to know in the original trilogy and throughout maybe Star Wars Rebels and the future of Star Wars at that, well, at least in the timeline order. I also believe it's very cool to see the overall creation of the Death Star in this show here as well. That's something that's kind of underrated in my own thoughts and opinions. There is no Death Star, and it feels like, especially during this time period, well, there's always been a Death Star or something along that type of lines. There's definitely going to be, like, you know, big Imperial, I guess, bases on planets and various stuff like that. Big Star Destroyers and Super Star Destroyer even might make an appearance in the show as well. However, having the Death Star not actually be like a thing is going to be very interesting, and to really see the creation of the Death Star as well is something that we know of from different types of plot leaks out there overall. So as the article continues, why does Andor matter to the Star Wars timeline? Chronological order has never been the Star Wars way, but when it comes to Andor, it's even more complicated for general audiences since Cassian died at the end of the Rogue One movie. Spoiler alert, it's likely that Lucasfilm is attempting to get out and ahead of these inevitable questions with this trailer, but in doing so, the studio is accomplishing something else at the same time. One of the common complaints with prequels is that audiences already know the ending, and well, you can't really complain all that much because that's kind of what Star Wars is, especially when it comes to George Lucas making the original trilogy, well, before the prequel trilogy. As Diego Luna explains when Andor takes place, he also communicates with a narrative's importance by saying that Cassian's journey is sparking the birth of a rebellion and sets in motion everything you've come to know. Something I believe that needs to be praised and talked about a little bit more and shared around, and that needs to be known before in general knowledge of this show, is that this isn't just Cassian's story. It's about the origins of the Rebel Alliance, and what happens throughout the show's run is responsible of the events of the original trilogy and, well, beyond. Of course, the show's going to have and explain and kind of storytell Cassian's life and what he's doing, but this is also going to show different perspectives throughout the entirety of the galaxy, how people are being affected by the Empire and that type of stuff, and this big transition, really. Therefore, what Star Wars is trying to say is that Andor is just a supplementary story squeezed into a slot of the timeline. Instead, it's the why of it's all that transpires after it, or really just the reasoning, I guess, in explaining for why things may happen in the Star Wars timeline after these events, such as the upbringing of the overall rebellion is probably the biggest point, and also the creation of the Death Star. From there, that's where the article ends. As I had mentioned at the beginning of this video, I have the full article linked down in the description down below for you guys to check out as well. This is honestly very cool and very exciting here, and I was honestly so pumped when I was watching this new clip and snippet here for the Andor show. It's only getting more exciting and more exciting, and they're going to keep on marketing and advertising for this upcoming show, so I cannot wait to get some more and new footage here about the Andor show, some new snippets. Guys, let me know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. I'd absolutely love to hear what you guys all think. What do you guys want to see here with the Andor show, and what are you looking forward to most? Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Leave a like on the video if you did enjoy it, as it really does help the channel, and check out Instagram on official Star Wars for more Star Wars content linked down in the description down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. May the Force be with you as always. Peace out.